Yes, we have 200,000 people around the world, and we're adding 65,000 this year, 63,000 last year. The median age of the employees we have is 28 years old, and about 40,000 come right out of university. So we've got a young group, and yeah, they're going to continue to get pay rises. The demand is great for their services.
When you listen to what Obama said yesterday, middle-class economics is the way forward. He's talking about equal pay legislation, raising the minimum wage. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think it was a strong speech. Now, the question is going to be, can the Congress work with the president to get anything done?
And can they?
Well, it's going to be a short period. You got about 6 months or so in the beginning of the year when Congress president have to come together on a few big initiatives. Otherwise, we're into 2016 and the presidential election. Trade was something he put forward that can get done, particularly the Trans-Pacific Partnership Agreement. Be a huge opportunity for growth in jobs, wages, and opportunity.
But let's go back to how he was going to finance that. Is taxing the rich people in the country to finance some of these social policy the right way forward?
Well, the trade agreement would be separate. The tax reform, the way it was proposed, it was clearly a statement about the middle class. There's not going to be a $300 billion tax increase this year. Congress is not going to go along with it. I think you may see them start to talk about business tax reform, where they might be able to come together about lowering the corporate rate to be more commensurate with the rest of the world, getting rid of some of the loopholes, as they call them. That's more likely than the massive individual tax changes he proposed.
What about your hiring, though? What does that say about your confidence, particularly in the U.S.? Talk about that first.
Well, the confidence in the U.S. is very strong. Low inflation, low interest rates. Energy is going to stay low as a commodity price. I think we're looking at 3% growth or so. Our demand for our services across the board is high, but it's also high in emerging markets and some of those areas where the economies are more flexible. Europe is a great example. We're hiring across Europe as well, even though we're seeing slow growth opportunities in Europe.
And what about QE from the central bank? Do you think the ECB needs to do QE this week, and what are you expecting?
Well, the market's expecting something big. It's too much to put on Mario Draghi's back. I think quantitative easing will be important short term. It is not a substitute for the structural reforms that need to occur in the labor markets, in the product markets, opening up opportunity, the governance, the things like that, getting the governments working, dealing with their sovereign debt. That has to come and back up QE, or it won't be successful.
There's never been a better time as far as corporates are concerned to raise cash, to invest. We saw a number of high-profile corporate deals in 2014. What do you expect as far as that market's concerned?
Well, we're looking, and we've done some predictions. IPOs is probably going to be a little slower in 2015 than 2014. We had a good market for IPOs in 2014. In the M&A areas, we had some big blockbuster deals announced in 2014. This year, we're seeing more of the middle market start to do some M&A deals to try and get some growth. The volatility in the markets, the equity markets, though, makes it hard to price some of these deals. So as long as the volatility is high, we'll probably see less. But if it stabilizes for a little bit, we see some strong opportunities in that middle market.